What a beautiful day we have here at Carco Raceway in the northern suburbs of Perth, Western Australia, as we see the HQs out on track. Michael Howlett will be, he's in car number 1. Got Troy Kent in car number 3, Ryan Davis in 49, Michael Woodbridge back there in 74, Grant Ord in 4, Rory Sharp in 19, Stuart Kenny 72, Todd Faulknell 24, Fabulous Phil Breen in 75, not sure if that's his year of birth, and Mark Alfonsi back in 47, pardon me, Butler back there in 62, Peter Marsh 68, and Dave Kent, our rookie. We've got 2 rookies out here today, car number 45. As I say, it's, pardon me, great to have our sponsors on board, Electrical Group Training, Badisha, West Coast Car Transport, short promo runs on board, and our round sponsor was Bond Hire. So we see all the HQs queuing up. Got an onboard camera, which is always good to see. I love the onboard camera shots. And it does look like it'll be on pole position will be Michael Howlett, who's currently leading the championship. He shuffles forward. He'll be taking on Kent. Race 1 for the HQs. They were out earlier on today with qualifying. Typically it was all about Michael Howlett, Troy Kenny in second, and Ryan Davis with Michael Woodbridge. The worry old Michael Woodbridge, I mean, when he was the Rookie of the Year was our Mick Woodbridge, and now he's the elder statesman. We just about get all the cars in line. HQs, Holden's Race 1. All right, on pole, Michael Howlett, Troy Kent in 3rd, Ryan Davis in 4th. Michael Woodbridge out of the blocks. Looks like a very even start. I think Michael Howlett in position number 1 will get out in front. He'll get to turn number 1 first. Troy Kent will drop in behind him. Good move. Drops in behind him. And Woodbridge stays tough around the outside of Ryan Davis. Oh, that's going to be good. If you can hold that, Mick, all the way up to turns 2 and 3, may benefit by the time you get to the long sweeping left-hander at turn 4. The HQs, 1971 to 1974. What a vintage build. Oh, built here in Australia. Beautiful Holden HQs, a collector's item, so much sought after as we see the cars disappearing over the hill and heading down in towards turn 6. We've got the onboard camera. This is what it's like to race Holden HQs. You're likely to see plenty of tyre smoke in front of you, a little bit of biff and barge, a little bit of door-to-door action, and driving out of the bowl in second gear. And go from second gear into 3rd, down into 3rd gear, over the top of the hill, heading down here. Looks like there's a bit of pressure on up front. I do believe Kent is going to make a move there on Michael Howlett, and he shuffles into 1st place. That's a nice move. Woodbridge back there in 3rd. So it'll be Troy Kent who will lead us across the stripes. We see the rest of the cars negotiating turn 7. Yeah, Troy Kent across the stripe in 1st place. Michael Howlett dives up the inside though. Oh, the inside into turn 1. Oh, a crafty side he is. Michael Woodbridge is sitting behind, basically on a watching brief. He's just watching the action up front, thinking if these 2 guys up front make a mistake, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to dive in there and grab it. Ryan Davis back there in 4th position. Grant Ord in 5th. Rory Sharp back there in 6th with Stuart Kenny in 7th as they crest the hill. Past turn 5, down in towards turn 6. Diving up the inside is Troy Kenny. He thought, oh, well, no, you did it to me, I'll do it to you. And he overtakes him into turn 4. Let's see if we can get the switch back. Can Howlett get the switch back? Quite a fine line there by Troy Kent. Really to take a fine line through turn 7. Michael Howlett able to take a wider radius, which will give him more speed up the straight. And that Holden HQ takes advantage of that, diving down the straight in towards turn 7. Oh, very, very close. Going out wide is Kent, giving plenty of room there for Howlett on the inside. Good move there by Kent going outside. Oh, look at Woodbridge diving up the inside. This is going to be good into into turn one. Oh, Kent takes first position. I thought Woodbridge might have been able to get 2 spots with one move there. This is super exciting racing. And it's Troy Kent in first place. Michael Woodbridge in a second. Michael Howlett, he dropped down from first. He might almost be in fourth position as Ryan... Yeah, it is Ryan Davis pushing hard up the inside. Howlett stays tough around the outside in turn 4. The inside running into turn 5 will be side by side as they plummet down the hill with Ryan Davis. A little bit further back, this is Grant Ord, Stuart Kenny, Rory Sharp. We've got Toddy Faulknell. And, of course, fabulous Phil Breen in car number 75 with Mark Alfonsi and down to the rear of the pack. But as they exit turn 6, head up the hill, heading down towards turn 7, just in front of McCracken House, and it is Troy Kent in first place. Michael Woodbridge. No, in actual fact, it is Michael Woodbridge in second place. His good mate Michael Howlett back there in third. And I do believe Ryan Davis in fourth. And in this leading pack, Grant Ord is also right up there with, of course, Stuart Kenny. Across the stripe, this session will be extended by 3 minutes because we lost that time with the car that was stuck at turn 4 just as we gridded up. So that's really good news. An extra 3 minutes given to us by the stewards. Really good news. Give us probably an opportunity to finish maybe 7 or 8 laps. Always good racing for the HQs. Love this onboard camera here. And it's still Kent up front. Woodbridge in second. Howlett, Davis and Ord. Stuart Kenny back there in 6th. Lap times, by the way, a 1 minute 16 to Troy Kent. He's the only one in the 16s. And the next 6 cars are in the 17s. It's not till we get back to fabulous Phil Breen, car number 75, that's back in the 1 minute 18s. Look at this. NASCAR bump drafting here by Michael Howlett on Woodbridge. 2 good mates racing the HQs, almost welded to each other. Cars number 2 and 3. You had to dive out to make this Michael Howlett. He does. Uses the slipstream of Woodbridge. A little bit of bump drafting. Dives down the inside and takes second position. Oh, yes, love the Premier front end, and of course on Troy Kent's Holden HQ, I think with the GTS front end, or the GTS Monaro, well, I'm going to say Premier front end, liking that, of course, on Troy Kent's car. So right behind him, Howlett, a 1 minute 15. So Howlett's the fastest out there. He's dropped into the 1 minute 15s. Also, Ryan Davis has dropped into the 1 minute 15s. And the leader, Troy Kent, he's on the 116s or 116.4 as they snake their way up through turn 4 into turn 5. Michael Howlett, he's having another go down the inside. He's going to have a go down the inside into turn number 6, taking first position away from Troy Kent. He won't get it done though. Will not get it done. Kent hangs on around the outside to turn 6 as he makes his way back up the hill. It is a steep hill heading up towards the crest of the hill. You crest the hill and then it's steep downhill, as we see by the onboard pictures, or should I say the onboard stream. Heavy downhill, no overtaking on this occasion, a little bit too spread out, but this first pack of 5, they're, I reckon Grant Ord, who's in 5th place, have a good chance of, with a couple of laps to go, and here he goes, makes a dive up the inside for 4th position. I thought he might have positioned his car quite well, and it's actual fact Ryan Davis who dives up the inside of Woodbridge to take 3rd position off Mickey Woodbridge. Still, Troy Kent first place, Howlett second, Woodbridge shuffled himself. He was up to 3rd, but he's dropped back down behind Davis, back to 4th. And it'll be Grant Ord in that leading pack of 5. Straight behind then, I'm liking this other pack behind them, Kenny and Sharp for 6th and 7th. Oh, yeah, I think Stuart Kenny putting a lot of pressure on Sharpie. As they, meanwhile, we look at the front of the field heading down towards turn 7. Tons of action in towards turn 7. One of our favourite corners here at Carco Raceway. And we get the best view here from this camera position. Back up the hill, Troy Kent. Up the hill, and of course this is the battle between Kenny and Sharp. We're on board here. We're on board here with Rory Sharp. And he plummets down the inside. He's going to have a look up the inside of... Sorry, we're on board with Kenny. I should say on board with Stuart. Kenny dives upside the inside of Sharp and will get the job done into turn 7. That's what it's like doing an overtaking move down the hill at Carco Raceway. And underbrakes, heavy underbrakes into turn 7. And that's, Kenny's just in front of Sharp at the moment. Movement up at the front. There was movement at the station for the word had passed around. Ryan Davis was having a crack at the title. And he doesn't quite get it done. He'll fight out for second place with Michael Howlett. This is going to be good. Let's keep an eye on second and third. Oh, there's off. Oh, Michael Howlett is off. Oh, gee, there's been a big accident up at turn number 4, unfortunately. That is terrible. Last lap, fortunately, the last lap board is out, but we've had a huge crash here in turn number 4. The first 2 competitors, I think that was Howlett and Davis, and I do think that is car number 4 that's stricken. Grant Ord also mixed up in it, so he finds himself stricken there at turn 4. But the leader will be Troy Kent. Mick Woodbridge also managed to avoid all the carnage. And Ryan Davis, I'm not sure if he was involved in it. I think he may well have been involved in it. But coming down the hill, about to receive the checkered flag, so I do believe, and it is Troy Kent. How about this for a move? Troy Kent, I think right behind him being Michael Woodbridge. Here we go, across the stripe, receiving the checkered flag. Congratulations, Troy Kent. Michael Woodbridge in second place, across the stripe, 72. Stuart Kenny, how about that? Stu Kenny and Rory Sharp, 3rd and 4th. They were fighting for 6th and 7th with the little bit of an accident up there at turn 4. They've been able to shuffle themselves up into 3rd and 4th. How good is that? Hope you loved it, folks. And we got the rest of the cars just coming across the stripe, finishing their laps. We're talking of David Kent, Mark Alfonsi, and unfortunately, so...
Thanks a lot, Sean. Absolutely. We've got Todd Faulkner here, just competed in the HQ Holden category, sponsored by the Electrical Group Training. Now, Todd, I've got to tell you, new engine apparently, and it was playing up a little bit in the qualifier.
Yeah, a little bit in the qualifier, but that's okay. Sometimes these engines take a while to come in, and I don't want to rush these things. We got nationals later in the year, so take my time.
You became, you placed in the mid-pack, which is not too bad, really. So, 2 more races to go. There's a way of sort of creeping up the ladder, isn't there?
I like your theory, so yeah, I hope so. There's always those sort of plans. Fabulous Phil Breen got me again today, so he's my nemesis, but we have a lot of fun out there, which is what it's all about.
Now, Todd, how long have you had this vehicle for, and why did you feel it needed a new motor? Just burnt the other one out, or does it just need a bit more power, a bit more, consistency?
Correct, all of the above. Just the car that I had, or the engine I had, was getting a bit tired, so it was time for a new one, and I broke the kids' piggy bank, and here we are. They're not talking to me at the moment, but that's okay.
Well, speaking of breaking the kids' piggy bank, who is here as part of your support crew?
They're on their way. I got a 3 and a 6-year-old, so it's a bit early for them in the morning to come out today, but they're on their way. But all my mates in the shed and the whole HQ category, we all work together. So yeah, that's part of the fun as well.
And how are you finding the competition overall this year?
It's really good. I don't know if we want to talk about the last race, because that's going to throw a bit of a curveball into things. I hope everyone's okay. But yeah, the action this year's been really good, which I think has had everyone really on their toes and excited about what could be. I think otherwise it's been Mr. Howlett's for the last few years. But wait and see.
Do you feel that when you're racing that you can actually feel that the competitive nature amongst all the HQ races? I mean, do you really feel the push from those guys, or do you really go out there with your own personal plan and your own strategy and just sort of sit in your pocket?
I'm a mid-pack guy. I'd like to be up there with the front, but my strategy is, try and catch those guys and get myself better and the car better and slowly work my way up. Of course, I want to be at the front, but it is what it is.
Fantastic. Well, Todd, good luck for the rest of the round today.
HQ Racing, proudly presented by Electrical Group Training, Jack's Garage HQ Racing, Kenda Tyres, Pettis Suspension, and HQ Racing Australia.